The Blood Beneath Hyrule. Chapter 1. The Hero Descends. The kingdom of Hyrule had forgotten how to breathe. The fields where children once laughed were silent beneath a crimson haze that never lifted. Rivers carried black water that smelled faintly of iron. Even the birds had disappeared, leaving only the buzzing of fat flies that gathered around abandoned villages. People whispered that something older than Ganon had awakened, something that even the gods feared. Link stood alone atop the cliffs overlooking Hyrule Field. The Master Sword rested on his back, but its familiar blue glow had faded to a sickly grey. He had failed. 3 nights ago, the thing beneath Hyrule Castle had taken the person he loved. Prince Sidon had ridden beside Link into the underground ruins despite Zelda's warnings. Ancient carvings had described a prison older than the kingdom itself, sealed long before the first king ever ruled. They should have listened. The walls had begun to bleed. The stone itself had screamed. Something with too many mouths had emerged from the darkness. Link remembered reaching for Sidon's hand, remembered warm fingers slipping away, remembered the echo of Sidon's voice. Run! Then darkness swallowed him. When Link awoke hours later, he lay alone beside a tunnel lined with torn flesh instead of stone. There had been no blood, no footprints. Only one message scratched into the wall with what looked disturbingly like human fingernails. Come below. Now he stood before the broken entrance once more. I'll bring you home, he whispered. No one answered. The tunnels smelled like rotting seawater. Every step squished against something soft beneath his boots. Link raised his lantern. He wished he hadn't. The floor wasn't mud, it was skin. Thousands of bodies had fused together into a living carpet, their mouths opening and closing in silent agony. Eyes rolled beneath translucent flesh, hands reached upward, their fingers weakly grabbing at his boots. Some were Hylians, some were Gorons, some were Zora. Some looked so ancient they barely resembled people at all. They weren't dead. They couldn't die. The Master Sword vibrated violently. One of the faces opened its cracked lips. Help! Another, kill us. Another, please. Link's stomach twisted. He drew his sword. I'm sorry. One swing, blue light tore across the floor. Instead of freeing them, every body screamed at once. Thousands, millions. The sound burst from every direction. The fused flesh convulsed. Bones cracked beneath the skin. The tunnel itself shuddered. Then every mouth smiled. Oh, they said together. Now he knows you're here. Something began crawling toward him. It was shaped vaguely like a Hylian knight, only it had no skin. Its muscles writhed beneath exposed tendons, and every bone clicked backward with impossible movements. Its helmet had fused into its skull. Inside the visor, there was no face, only rows of teeth. It charged. Link met it with the Master Sword. Steel met flesh. The creature split cleanly in half. And both halves continued attacking. One crawled, using exposed ribs as legs. The other dragged itself forward by its jaw. They laughed. Link severed limbs, heads, spines. Nothing stopped moving. Nothing stayed dead. The pieces simply crawled toward one another, stitching themselves back together with ropes of twitching muscle. The Master Sword had slain Calamity Ganon. But whatever this was, it had never been alive. Hours later, Link found the underground lake. It stretched farther than the eye could see. The water wasn't water, it was blood, fresh, warm. Something enormous moved beneath its surface. Far across the crimson sea stood Sidon. He looked untouched. His royal armor gleamed. His smile was warm. Link. The hero's heart nearly burst. Sidon! He started running. Sidon held up a hand. No. His smile trembled. Don't come closer. Link stopped. Why? For the first time, Sidon's smile widened. Too wide. His jaw split open from ear to ear with a wet tearing sound. More teeth unfolded from inside his throat. Then another mouth opened inside that one, and another, and another. His body inflated as though something beneath his skin was trying to escape. Bones snapped. His arms lengthened until his claws scraped the cavern floor. His eyes burst. Black worms spilled from the sockets. Yet somehow, through all the impossible transformation, Sidon's real voice could still be heard beneath the chorus, crying, begging, "Please, don't let it wear me." The thing inside him laughed. Then every lantern in the cavern went out. Something enormous opened its eyes beneath the sea of blood. And for the first time since becoming the hero, Link understood what true fear felt like.